Congratulations, man. Great shot. Hi folks, and welcome to this week's show. You know, if you've watched The Real Deal and Heartwood Outdoors very often, you know that one of the things that's dear to our heart is about setting goals, reaching dreams, perseverance, and overcoming. And that's what this week's show is all about. I am in pursuit of the largest whitetail I've ever harvested with Denny and Jerry, Drop Tine Outfitters, in the fine Midwest state of Iowa. Check this out. We got a prop if he's gonna come up the tree we're in. Well, it's our first night here at Drop Tine Outfitters in Iowa. Today is October the 30th. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna hunt. We got a north-northwest wind. There is a big oak tree over here on this fence edge that we're gonna hunt. And what the deer do is coming out of the back bedding and going into a fresh cut cornfield. So cameraman Steve Pierce is with me. We're at Drop Tine Outfitters, our first evening of the hunt, 2011. We've been seeing a lot of good deer in this area. We got trail camera pictures of deer actually walking underneath the tree that we're going to be in tonight. The only downfall today is it's warm. It's 30-mile-an-hour winds and it's about 67, 68 degrees. But we're just going to go in tonight and see what happens. First night of the hunt in Iowa. What we're gonna do is put a little bit of downwind scent tassel gland on our feet to go in. I can't say enough about downwind scents. You know, downwind scents is a special, unique type of scent because it's a real deer urine and it comes out in a foam form. It's not like other traditional scents. And we continue to put tassel gland on the bottom of our boots, and the bucks just kept walking right down, come right to us in our tree stand by walking in our scent trail. On this one particular hunt, there was 4 does that come around the top edge of the field with a 120 to 125 inch buck trailing. He broke off of those does and followed our footsteps straight within 10 yards of the base of the tree. That's 2:30. We're settled into the tree. You can hear the wind, I'm sure. It's gusting it. They said 30 mile an hour today, 20 to 30 mile an hour. It's a perfect setup. We've got a cut cornfield behind us. We got a draw down in behind us where the deer are bedding, and they're just going to come right up out of that draw, hopefully, and go right to that cut corn. Really good buck sign in the area, so we'll just sit in here and see what happens. Gorgeous night, except the wind. But I think anytime you're in Iowa, it's gorgeous, ain't it, Steve? You know, the hunt started out fast and furious. Steve Pierce, my cameraman that was working with me that week, we weren't in the tree stand more than 15 minutes and all of a sudden seen deer. And within 20 minutes, the largest whitetail my eyes have ever laid on. Holy smokes, he's laying down. He's a monster. He's laying down right there. It's that big buck that's on trail camera. We couldn't get him on film the way that the cameraman was set and the way he came in. We couldn't get that deer on film. But I want to tell you, it was an absolute giant. I had no idea that I would ever see a caliber of a whitetail like that. He's looking, he's looking. But the action didn't quit. It just continued. Deer after deer, buck after buck. The first day of the hunt. That's where we want him, huh? That's where we want him. He's just throwing one. Brought to you by Square Up. Coach on your bow.
You wait for that one shot all year long. Don't let this be you. Introducing the revolutionary Square Up. Better accuracy from the moment you put it on your bow. Just put your pin on the target and make sure it's in the Square Up sight window. You'll stop bad shots before they happen, shoot your tightest groups ever, and have more confidence from long range.
2 arrows, and you're gonna see it really works.
Visit squareuparchery.com.
Brought to you by Downwind Scents, rising above all others. Well, at the end of the first day, we had seen over 20-some deer, several bucks. We even had a buck that came in and laid down within 20 yards of us when we were there, and it was just an outstanding day. But day 2, the action continued to pick up day after day. It just kept getting better and better, buck after buck. Unfortunately, it wasn't the bucks that we were looking for. And you know, here at Heartwood Outdoors, you know our slogan that success is not found in the size of the animal. Success is found in the heart of the hunter. But I had a goal that I had set about going to the Midwest state of Iowa. And Steve Pierce and myself had agreed that we were going to harvest a particular style deer, a particular type of deer. And that's what we were going for. We just got busted on some does, but we were gonna shoot a doe tonight, or that was the plan. We seen a big 10-pointer. I had no idea how big. I was just scanning the woods, and all of a sudden this horn showed up. He's only about 55 or 60 yards away. Turned and went the other direction, and then all these does come up. We were trying to debate whether to shoot them or not. We were going to. I couldn't tell which one the cameraman told me he was on, so they ended up getting too close. You know, I shot a doe there, and that doe didn't go more than 8 to 10 yards from where I shot him. And so many people would say, well, why would you go to the Midwest, the state of Iowa, and harvest a doe? Because it's our job as sportsmen to keep the herd in check. Denny and Jerry, they do an awesome job with managing their farms. And if we as hunters don't help them keep the buck to doe ratio right, then those big bucks will not have an opportunity to become big bucks. So what do? When you go in a situation like that, you have the doe tag, help the farmers out, and go ahead and harvest that doe.
Now we're gonna wait for that big 10-pointer that we seen. Be a little bit louder though so I can hear you. Cool. Right there, good shot. I'd say she didn't go far.
On this week's product highlight, we have downwind scents. You know, as hunters, we always try to get the new and the upcoming thing, and the thing that works the most in the deer woods, downwind scents has created that. Every one of us as hunters are interested in scents and lures. You know, the old traditional scents that you hang up and they air dry so fastly. Well, downwind scents has come up with a product that's in a foam form, and it'll last from 6 to 8 hours when the temperatures are under 40 degrees. All you have to do to apply it is take a foam and put it on a leaf right like that. That scent will last between 6 to 8 hours. Every time the wind direction changes, that scent will change as that wind does. They also have a new product that's out as you can use it as a wind checker and see which way the wind's going. It's an aerosol. Simply spray it into the air and watch the particles to see exactly which way the wind is going. When you do that, that scent is now going in the direction of the wind. Downwind Scents has a new product out. It comes in acorn, apple, it comes in earth scent, doe urine, the rut. All of them are available. Check out Downwind Scents at www.downwindscents.com. This segment is brought to you by Cranford Manufacturing.
Downwind Scents, the leader in big game attractants, has again revolutionized the scent industry with 2 groundbreaking products. The new Buck Foam comes in many different attractants, covers a huge surface area, and our time-release technology lasts over 8 hours, keeping that trophy close to your stand and giving you the opportunity for success. Also, check out our new Buck Kano. It is dispersed like a fogger for great downwind dispersion, bringing them in nose first to your stand. Downwind Scents. Call today for a dealer near you.
Brought to you by Scorpion Venom. Put a sting in your string.
Man, you can't ask for much better, can you? Whew. Beautiful morning. How many deer we put that downwind scent tassel gland on our boots when we walked down this trail. I can't tell how many bucks walked right down that trail, right past us. Just not the one we were looking for. Rattled in that little broken off rack 7-pointer. I mean, he was 5 yards. So.
Just gonna get that big one right there.
Yeah, I'd love to have that big one right there. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Well, it's my fourth day in Iowa. You've seen that little buck there. Well, little for Iowa, big for Maryland. I've had encounters pretty much all week with bucks just like that. You know, right at that 118, 120-inch, 2.5-year-old deer, and really that deer was only at 8 yards. My cameraman is leaving today to go to Wyoming, so I'm filming by myself. It took me a little bit to get on that deer, but I finally found him in the screen. It's a little tough to try to determine whether you want to shoot him and put him on the camera and grab your bow and everything at one time, but that's the third buck I've seen this morning. I've actually seen that buck twice now, so hopefully as the day goes on, they'll get a little bigger.
Brought to you by Walt Eager Service Center. Car repairs you can trust.
Walt Eager Service Center, Christian owned and operated for over 25 years. We've had as many as 3 generations become customers. As we continue to grow and take care of our customers' needs, we also realize it's very important to keep up with all the latest technology.
We employ ASE certified master technicians. We pride ourselves on customer service.
We work on all makes and all models. We thank the good Lord for the many blessings He's bestowed upon us as we continue to grow.
You know, as time would have it, you know what the old saying is, the best things always happen when the cameraman leaves. Yes, Steve Pierce went on to Wyoming to hunt with some friends, and I was responsible for filming and shooting. That's a tough task, especially in the Midwest on the big whitetails. I did the best I can, but watch what happens on the next little portion of the show.
I got an arrow in one. It looked like the shot was maybe a little high. Not sure. That buck came in across the top of me about 80 yards away. I'm filming by myself. He went down and crossed the ditch at me at 35 yards and went up. Got to the top of the hill and I cracked the horns together. Next thing I know, he come back and he was standing at 8 yards, but he was quartering to me through a bunch of brush. And he turned, and I don't know if he caught wind of me or movement trying to bring my bow back over or what, but I had to bring my bow back over between the trees. So I hit him a little high, but it was, you know, quartered up into his chest cavity, so I'm hoping I'm low enough that I got some long. I don't know, we'll see. Nice buck. I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. That deer was at 25 yards. I estimated him at 28 yards. And I held my pin just a little bit high because I thought it'd fall right in there. I just, you know, I'm nervous, I'll be honest. So I came out, sitting on top of the hill, drinking Dr. Pepper and just enjoying the beautiful day and doing a little praying, hoping that deer's down. It would definitely be the biggest deer that I've ever shot. Well, there's my whitetail. You know this, the first deer that you see me shoot at in the video, that shot was not fatal. There was another hunter that actually seen that deer about 1.5 miles from where I shot him later that afternoon with some does. As you see in the video footage, when I hit that branch, it took all the penetration out of the arrow, and the arrow just barely stuck into the hide of the whitetail. And fortunately for me, the Hoover family, knowing that that wasn't a fatal shot, gave me a second chance. The next morning was my birthday. This is my birthday present. I'm so thankful and so grateful for second chances. The Hoover family and Drop Tine Outfitters gave me a second chance. And I was able to harvest the biggest whitetail of my life. And you know, words can't even describe of the feeling that you get when you shoot a deer and you can't recover him. And then also words can't describe the feeling that you get when you harvest a whitetail of the quality and the caliber of this. The Hoover family, Jerry, Denny, and Jackie have taught me and impacted my life in a way that I can never express. I met them 10 years ago at a trade show, and they taught me things that I had never, ever even experienced. I'm very grateful, and words can't even describe how I feel this morning. All I can say is a big thank you to the Hoover family and Drop Tine Outfitters for not only impacting my life, but allowing one of my dreams to come true. If you ever want to go on an awesome whitetail hunt, visit Jerry and Denny and the Hoover family at Drop Tine Outfitters. You know, I did not get the shot of that whitetail on film. But sometimes you have to make a choice. What's more important, the harvest or the camera? On that November 4th day, the harvest was much greater important.
I absolutely had a phenomenal hunt with Denny and Jerry with Drop Tine Outfitters. They showed me stuff, they taught me stuff, and it was an absolute outstanding week. I can't say enough about setting goals and then going for them and persevere and press on. I want to thank you for watching this week's show. We'll catch you right back here the next time.
Camo on and my calls in mind. It's 4 a.m. and I can hardly sleep. That big gobbler keeps strutting in my dreams. I saw him go to roost in the tree last night. I praise waiting for the hardwood tea. My truck's loaded up and my